Hey everybody, this is Jennifer. I'm coming to you with another sales update video. These are items I pick up at thrift stores, garage sales, flea markets, and I sell them on eBay. This is just to give you some ideas of things maybe to look for when you're out there that, will sell on eBay. The first item I have is a Levi pearl snap western shirt. It's that very thin material. I always put that in the title because some people look for that, they like that. It's a pretty cool color. I thought it was different. I always pick these up. They're usually always a $10 profit and they sell fairly quickly normally. Alright, this item cost me $4 at the Goodwill and it's sold for $27. And the next item is a vintage Coca Cola sweatshirt with that polar bear. If you're old enough, you remember that polar bear. Now for the main photo, I wasn't sure which side to use, what would be appealing. So I made a collage of both designs at Picasa. It's a free editing tool by Google. And I made the collage so I could show both sides in my main photo. And I picked up this item at a flea market for $1 and it's sold for $20. So basically right there, that's a $10 profit also. Now just so you know, for clothing, definitely the minimum profit I want to make is about $10 because you have to take into consideration how much time clothes take to sell. It's more than almost anything else because of the photos you have to take, the measurements you have to take. These all take time, and how much is your time worth? So from beginning to end, I would say clothes, from the time you pick them up in the store to the time you take all the photos, all the measurements, put that item on, putting all that information into your description, and you actually sell the item, it's probably a half an hour from the time you pick it up to out the door. So how much do you want to make in an hour? Minimum for me, it's $20 an hour. That's a minimum amount. So this was pretty good. It stayed in that range. So, but everybody is different, so you find out what is good for you. But for me, it's $10 an item. Now, here's where I'm going to go against what I just said, but not really. This item I picked up for $1 and it sold for $10. So the profit on this was probably approximately $4 because it's a little heavier. If it was a single CD, it'd be about $5. But that's okay because CDs are so easy to list. So whenever I find a nice stack of CDs at a Goodwill and there's 20 of them and they'll sell pretty well, I'll always pick them up because for every piece of clothing I could probably list 5 or 6 CDs because all you have to do is scan the UPC code in. Most of the time all the information pops up, even a picture will come up, and it's just so quick. So if I'm making $5 but I'm able to list 6, I just made $30 in that half hour, opposed to the $10 or $20 I made for that one piece of clothing, unless it's a really great piece of clothing. So this is just fine for me. This was an Agatha Christie book on a CD, and it sold very quickly. Put out for $1. I think it sold in a week actually, and I sold it for $10. Okay, the next item is an Adidas tracksuit for men. This was really nice. I'll tell you what they do at my Goodwill. They take all the men's tracksuits and they put them in with the women's two-piece suits because they have actually no place to put them because they don't have any two-piece suits where I am. They only have men's blazers. I don't know how that happens, but they take all the men's tracksuits and they put it in with the women's, so it just sits there usually, and it's $8.99. So I picked up this Adidas tracksuit, which was really cool. You want to take a lot of pictures. You want to show everything about it. See, there's even more over here. There you go. And I paid $8.99, and I took a best offer of $50. So that went very well. Okay, I'm going to show a couple of CDs in this video. Again, this was $1, and literally you can see I even used a stock photo for this. So literally I just scanned it, went into the system. There was just a quick description up here for me, and all the information, all the track listing was filled in by eBay. So again, this takes like 5 minutes to list. And I think actually this was a best offer. I think it took around $12 for it. So it was like a $5 or $6 profit. But I'm telling you, it's like 5 or 10 minutes. So it's so easy to ship. It's so easy to list. So, take that into account when you're like, oh, I don't want to make a $5 profit. On an item like this, you do, because you could sell so many in an hour. Okay, the next thing is, I didn't know the name. Where is it? Canar, I think it is. Yeah, I don't even know if I'm saying it right. But I just saw it was a cashmere cardigan. Cardigans are popular. Cashmere is popular. So I just picked it up, which was great because it was $5 at Goodwill. And when I looked it up, somebody had it out for $50. And so I put mine out for $45. And I think it sold in a couple of weeks. And if you see, it sold in August. So, don't think you can't sell sweaters, if it's warm. So I think it was like really warm. And this just went, and it actually went to, I think it was New York. And so basically they bought this, everyone is thinking about the fall. So definitely don't say, well, it's summer, I want to hold on to my sweaters. I've never had a problem selling sweaters in the summer. So, if it's a nice sweater, just put it out there and see what happens. And again, I picked it up for $5. It sold for $45, so that was just awesome. Now this is just, when you're at a flea market and you see somebody like has a bunch of jewelry out, don't think, well, it's probably all junk. People are human. We all make mistakes, and they overlook things that could be gold. Maybe the signature is really small, and in this case it was, and it was right here on the little thing on top, and it's really small. I couldn't even read it. I had to wait till I get home. This is a very, very tiny pendant, but I saw there was something there, and it was $1. So when I got home, I saw it was 14 karat gold, and it was signed JCM. So I put that into the auction. I had it originally out for $50, and it sat for a month. So I lowered it down to $40, and it sold right away. So that's great. Now, if you're selling anything that's gold, if you're not accustomed to selling gold or anything, but if you have something in your possession, always put the size, the exact size, and the exact weight. Because people buy things to melt them down sometimes, and you might be right under the cost of gold. So, if they're buying it for that reason, you want to tell them how much it weighs. Okay, the next thing is, this is a lot of CDs. All those CDs were purchased together. I wouldn't have purchased any of these CDs by themselves. They weren't worth enough. I only would have been making like $2 or maybe $3 alone. But each one was $1. So I picked them up all together for $5, and I put them into a lot for $23. There was my $10 profit, and it sold really quickly. And again, I couldn't scan them in, but it was easy. I just took the picture and put it in title. They were all the same. None of them needed a description of their condition. They were all the same condition, which was great. So that, again, was a really quick list, and I made $10, so that was fine. This was really cool because this is an interesting item. It was a pewter mug in the shape of a horn. Now, I think this medieval festival is in Europe, from what I could tell, but I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure where this is, which is okay. I don't have to know. All I need to do is put the details of the item, because anybody who knows what it is gonna buy it. This is one of those items you are literally waiting for that unique customer to see it. So, don't be afraid to sit on something like this for a while, and don't be encouraged to lower the value of it, because you are waiting for that person who knows about this festival and wants these mugs for that reason. So I think this took over 2 months to sell, 2 to 3 months to sell, and I didn't lower it. I mean, this was great. Each one of these cost me $1, so it was $2, and it sold for $40. This item, I want to show you a mistake. Now this could have cost me a lot. If the buyer did not read the description, which they did, my mistake in the title was really pretty bad, because I didn't put faux leather in the title. I put it in the description, and I totally left it out of the title. And when I sold it, after I shipped it, I saw that and almost had a heart attack because I thought, oh, they're going to be so upset. But they're fine. They saw that they received it over a week ago, and they must be either familiar with the brand or they actually did read my description. But, you know, never list when you're tired. Make sure after you list an item and you put it up, go in and double check everything and make sure that everything is correct, because it's so not worth a negative to take a minute just to go over your title and just go over your pictures and your description to make sure you have everything correct. But this was great. This was a boy's jacket that was put in with the women's, and it was new at tags. And if you watch my other video, I always say, you know, if it's new at tags and they're showing that retail price, like right there for $70, you definitely want to put that picture with the others, because, you know, like I said, you could say retails for $70, but, you know, when they see it on that ticket, it really shows you how great your price is. It's $45 with free shipping. You know, you can't beat that. So this was great. I paid $7 for it at Goodwill. It sold for $45, and everyone was happy, even with my mistake. The last item is a vase that I picked up at a church sale for $1. This was just something I thought was interesting. I mean, the shape of it is so cool. And I thought, well, turned it over and went, well, it's not signed or anything. It's probably maybe valueless. But it was just so cool. I picked it up for $1 and I put it out for $25. I wasn't sure, you know, I have no, I am very unfamiliar with art glass, so I didn't know how to describe it. So what I did was I researched it, and people had put this shape out as pinched and ruffled, and I wasn't sure which was correct. Some people had both, so I used both in the title because I just wasn't sure. And I put it out first as an auction, and people viewed it, and then as soon as I put it out as a buy it now for $25, somebody bought it. So, you know, that was great. It cost me $1 and it sold for $25. So don't just look for a signature. If something is interesting, you may, and it's cheap enough, you may just want to pick it up. And that's all I'm saying with this item. And take a lot of pictures. Also, wait, before, where is that photo? There it is. You could see there's all these bubbles, those air bubbles in the glass. Don't leave that out. You know, if there's anything going on with an item, although, you know, it's not a crack or anything like that, and it was obviously done when it was manufactured, but make sure, even though you could see it in the picture, make sure you put it in the description as well. You don't want someone getting it and being displeased. And a lot of times people buy on their phones, you know, and they do everything on their phones. And it's not as clear as if you're buying it on a computer, and maybe they don't go into this description. They're going by the photos, and the photos are small. So not only take a close-up picture like this, but put it in your description as well. Okay, I believe that is it. All right, thank you so much for watching. I hope maybe some of this information was useful, and I'll be coming out with a video shortly, another one. And thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.